basically everything goes down to scannability. People are not going to read the entire article. If you look at all the other things, the heading, the form, all this other stuff, it really is, the point is to make it scannable, is to make it so people can quickly read something and get the main point that you're trying to put across. Why is this? This is because reading on a computer screen is about 25% slower than in print. It's more difficult to read online. Of course, as time goes on, people are getting more adapted at it, getting more used to it because of this, and just once again, because of human nature, because of laziness, because of the point people are online. They're usually not online so much to spend all their time on one article. People only read about 20% of the words online. That's very important to remember. 20%. So that's why it's important to make the 20% that they do read worth their time, worth it, which is why you can't have a bunch of fluff, because if they're only going to read 20% of it, you need to make that 20% count. The picture here is relevant to what I'm trying to say. It is actually an eye scan. You get to see the usual pattern when people scan a page is in the F formation. So you get to see that a bit clearer. One's very, very clearly shows that, and the other's a bit more strange. Really, if you look at the design for a lot of things online, you really see that they try to put the things up on top and down the side, because that's, people know that that's the natural way that people just look at a page is in the F formation. So if you can, you really want to put things important to the left side, because that's where your eyes are going to go, as well as you sort of want them on top, because that's what they're going to read. They're going to read the top, and they're going to sort of scan down the side. So it really boils down, you want it easy to read, fun to look at, and divide into bite-sized chunks. So that goes back to the words. You don't want it to be too wordy. You want them to be able to choose different sections that they're interested in. So that's going to the subheadings. They need to be able to scan it and decide what points they want to read. They need to be able to say, I'm not really interested in this, but maybe this down here, maybe I'm a bit more interested in. So if they are only going to read 20%, it's 20% is what they want to read, and not just things that they're not interested in. So this is how you scan. To help your reader scan, of course, it's very hard. What do? You know your reader's not going to read the whole thing, so what do? Ensure your reader knows the purpose within 4 seconds. That goes back to the heading. That goes back to later on in this, I will sort of talk more about the inverted pyramid, which is a form of writing that is used online, which helps you get all the information at them more quickly. So that goes to, you want your first 2 paragraphs to be the most important. Those are the paragraphs that they are more likely to read, while as the further down you go, so the less and less likely they're actually going to read, or the less of it they're going to read. And like I just said, start with subheading, paragraphs, bullet points, all those sort of things. And that is why your form is important, because that's